Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we can get started. It's 6:19 right now. We have about 11 minutes till market open, so we do have some time. However, today's going to be a heavy news day, so we're probably not going to be trading much. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be trading at all today. That's why I traded last night. But we'll see. I mean, if I see anything good, then we'll take it. If not, then we'll probably hold off. So, what's going on right here? Today is September 22nd, Wednesday, halfway through the week so far. Let's see. All right, let me get the Zoom link for the premium members over here. Let's see. Try to get the Zoom link out here. All right, so that's good. All right, cool. Looks like we're good on that right there. All right, let me start letting people into the room real quick. Nice. Charlie locked in some nice profit last night. All right, guys, morning. I'm gonna go set up the room. I'm gonna finish setting up this room and then I'm gonna get started with my analysis of US 30. 6:21 right now. We got about 9 minutes. So we do have a lot of time still. So there's no real rush. All right, let's see, 6:21. All right, I'm gonna continue letting people into the room. And I'm going to start looking at US 30. So looking at US 30 over here, you guys already know the process. I'll start off by looking at the technicals here. Then we'll look at the fundamentals. Then we'll look at the retail sentiment. And if everything lines up, then we'll be trading that direction. Hey, Kenny, morning. Morning, Jermaine. Morning, Andre. Morning, Patrick. Morning, Miles. Morning, Christopher. Morning, Ellis. Morning, everybody. So yeah, I traded last night because there's a lot of news this morning. I don't know if you guys are following the news, but there's like heavy news today. At 7 o'clock, we have existing home sales. It's not that high. Crude oil inventory is at 7:30, and then at 11 we have pretty much the rest of the day. We have the Fed. So today's going to be really risky because either a lot of people are going to be sitting out the market, or a lot of people are going to end up be in the market. Taking advantage of the news events that are going to be upcoming today. So let me go ahead and look at the technicals real quick. And once I look at the technicals, we can look at the fundamentals once the market opens, and then we can look at retail sentiment. So looking over here at the 1 hour, it's pretty neutral right now because price is in between all the pivots. The trend meter is blue, so it's indecisive on the 1 hour. Looking here on the 10-minute, the 10-minute is currently bullish. Reason for that is because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is red. You guys can see there's a lot of zones here. So I'm just going to draw some zones here just in case we identify any snipes. But it's super messy. You guys can see there's a lot of zones around this area. So let me just fix this real quick. And then we have one more zone down here. Turn this off. Turn that off. Yeah, so looking at this right here, we're not going to look for any snipes, obviously, right now. We're going to look after the after the market is open. Because last thing you want to do is enter a snipe and then get caught in the volatility spike as soon as the market opens. So looking over here on the 3-minute, price is bearish. Reason for that is because price is below the pivots. The trend meter is red. Lastly, here on the 1 minute, same situation, price is below the pivots and the trend meter is red. So for the 1 minute, 3 minute, it's bearish. Here on the 10 minute, it's bullish, but it's starting to swing to the downside. So it's pretty indecisive for the technicals. We don't have one direction just yet. As soon as the market opens, the 3 minute and 1 minute will probably choose a direction. Looks like it's going to swing back up for a bullish move, but no guarantees. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Looking over here at the fundamentals, the futures data is currently, let's see, it's loading. It's currently up 190 points. So it's currently very bullish right now. Also looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 61% long. So it's not really one-sided at all right now. It's kind of just going both ways. My guess is that we're probably going to get an initial push to the upside when the market opens, because the futures data is pretty green right now. So with others looking at the current futures data, it might follow in that direction. I don't think CNBC's released any information yet regarding any of the indexes, but right now looking at all the indexes are all bullish. So the Dow futures are up 189 points, 200 points right now. S&P futures are up 25 points. NASDAQ futures are up 53 points and oil is up 1.21 points. So everything's pretty bullish right now. So we'll see what happens when the market actually opens in the next 5 minutes. If it continues to be bullish, then, maybe we'll start looking for a buy, vice versa. If it's bearish, then maybe we'll start looking for a sell. I personally want it to be a sell because of the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment's, bullish or they're long. I want to trade opposite of them. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. However, for the breakout, it's just really going to depend on where the fundamentals are pushing. The main thing that we want to be looking for is that we're not trading during market being manipulated, right? If we're trading during market manipulation, that's going to be really risky for us because obviously you guys have seen how the market has been moving the past couple of days, right? So you guys have seen how the entire stock index is completely green, and then you see the stock, you see the index just keep dropping, right? You don't want to trade when it's like that, because if you trade in the opposite direction of fundamentals, you guys can see here. Let's go back to yesterday. I'm just gonna delete this. So let's go back to yesterday on the 21st at 6:30 when the market opened. So going back to the market yesterday, right over here. So you guys can see from 6 o'clock, the entire stock market was green yesterday, but you saw how it dropped right here, right? This is what you guys don't want to get caught in, because this is like a temporary drop right here. And then as soon as the market was done being manipulated here at 8 o'clock, it just shot all the way back up, right? Because it had to swing up because that's where the market was going. So you can see right here. So if I mark this up at 6:30, 6:30 is right here. So this is when the market opened, right? It opened at this point. You can see price shot up and then it was manipulated to the downside. It shot up because the stock market was green. So it shot up, it was manipulated to the downside, and then it went back into the positive right here from 8 until 9 or 10. And then it came right back down. That's where you don't want to be trading. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. If everything lines up, then we'll take in that direction. If not, then we might be careful. You just don't want to be caught in any moves too late into the session today, because the Fed is speaking. The Fed is this is one of the mostly impacted news days, because the Fed's is gonna provide their economic projections for the month. Also, they're going to give a statement, and the federal funds rate is going to be released at 11 as well, and then the press conference at 11:30. So there's just a lot of stuff going on today. Also, today's a bank holiday for Japan, so just keep that in mind. A lot of things going on today. All right, market's opening in about 2 minutes. It's 6:28 right now. So market should be open in about 1:30. Hey, Doug, good morning. Morning, Delmas. Morning, Maria. Morning, David. Morning, Dean. Morning, Brandy. Morning, Charlie. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Ellis. Nice work, Charlie. I saw your profits right now. So Charlie locked in some pretty nice profits overnight. He locked in about 4,746. So nice profits right there. Even myself, I locked in about a little over 2,000 across both of my accounts last night. I locked in about 1,087 on this account, and then on my other account, I locked in 1,387. I was applying the scalp strategy that I showed you guys yesterday during the mentoring session. Yeah, and Patrick also mentioned that crude oil and federal are restricted news for FTMO anyways. Morning, Adrian. Morning, Peter. So I'm probably going to be ending this session a little early, or I'll probably just hang around and answer questions, but I'm probably going to be ending it early because those news events are going to be restricted. So market's opening in about 30 seconds. Once the market opens, we'll look at the fundamentals to confirm it, and then we'll decide if we want to trade in that direction. Hey, here you go. Morning. Morning, everybody. All right, market's opening in 20 seconds. All right, 10 seconds. All right, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're currently looking for a strong bullish candle right here. The reason for that is because we have or we don't anymore, it disappeared. So let me go over here to the fundamentals real quick. Let me refresh this. All right, we're currently up 209 points. So it's very one-sided again. Same situation as yesterday. Look at the stock index right here. It's completely green. Everything is green. So we're probably going to be looking for a buy. We want to make sure that we have some sort of strong buy. And if we could find it, then we'll take it. Right here, in order for us to take that trade, we need this candle right here to close with a buy signal. It needs to be above the pivots, and it needs to be a strong green candle. Looking at this right here, you guys can see price is super indecisive, right? Price spiked up and then out spiking back down. We have a huge wick on the bottom side because we're hitting some resistance down here. It's the same situation that's been happening the past couple of days, guys. It's been very unusual because the entire stock index is green right here. However, the price is still dropping. So yeah, I'm just thinking it's dropping like heavy right now. So I definitely don't want to take a sell. And the reason why I don't want to take a sell is because the entire index is green right here. We'll be looking for that breakout up until 635. So we'll see what happens here. There you go, as it pushes up right there. If we have a confirmation of the buy signal, it's a strong green candle, then we'll hop into it. However, we'll have to wait and see. Market's super volatile as well. So we're looking for a buy signal, and we're looking for a strong green candle. All right, MetaTrader already over here. You guys can see that there's no real direction that's been set. Price isn't really moving down, or it's not moving up. It's just moving sideways right now. It's just ranging within this area right here down the middle. Okay, so if this candle right here closes with this buy signal, and it also is a strong green candle, then we'll take it for a buy. If not, then we're just going to hold off. So that's the main key right here. It's going to be waiting for this buy signal to close and it being a strong green candle, meaning a green candle with little to no wick on the top side. That's what we're looking for here. We want little to no wick on the top side. This candle's got about 30 seconds left in it. Let me go and just refresh this right here. Stock index, or is currently basically the Dow Jones average is currently up 225 points. The futures data is up 181 points. Looking at the stock index here, completely green. So we're looking for a buy. And it's not really choosing a direction though. It's big wick on the top side, which we're not ready to take this trade. Also, there's no buy signal. So it's 632 right now. Let's see. Yeah, no signal right there. You guys can see there's still a huge wick right here. So the price is very indecisive still. Even though the stock index is completely green, it's still indecisive. We also need that buy signal. So it's 633. If we don't get this entry in the next 2 minutes, then we're not going to take a breakout. We're just going to be looking for the scalps after it. So I'm going to turn on my alerts right here. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's not really choosing a direction. It's kind of just going back and forth. It's ranging down, then it ranges back up, then it ranges back down. This is generally not the type of market you want to be trading in, because generally on open, price should be going one direction, right? That's how price normally moves. It usually goes down or it goes up. Right here, price is going up, then it comes back down, then it shoots right back up. This range right here is too wide. As you can see, market's only been open for like 4 minutes. It's already ranged over 600 pips. So last thing you want to do is enter on the wrong direction and you get caught in some heavy drawdown. So no direction right here. You could kind of you could kind of predict this was going to happen. And the reason for that's because of heavy news today, right? A lot of people are just not in the market right now. They're just waiting for to see what happens after the news event, because it's just really risky to be trading during FOMC and the Fed. Because like I mentioned, this is like one of the most highly impacted days. Whatever the Fed announces, it's going to affect the market heavily. Once the news event comes out at 11, it's going to spike price up or down, because people are going to be trading based off this news here, especially the federal funds rate. When this comes out, people are going to trade very heavily. So it seems like a lot of people are just not trading right now. Price is just going sideways. Generally, it should be moving directional on open, but it's just going sideways right now. So let me just show you real quick. So market opened right here at 6:30, and it hasn't really chosen a direction yet. It's kind of just going back and forth. And I personally wouldn't take a sell right now, just looking at the market currently, because the fundamentals are completely green. Market is dropping pretty heavily now, but looking at the fundamentals over here, it's still completely green, right? It's the same situation that happened yesterday. But you can see some stocks are starting to turn red. So it's starting to balance out right now. Earlier it was all green, one red stock. The only real red stock is United Health. United Health is down 6.09 points, now 5.78, but Goldman Sachs still covers it. Goldman Sachs is up about 6 points as well. So this right here could cover this red stock, and then all these green stocks right here could cover these. And that's why the average right here is still pretty green. It's still up 179 points. All right, so with this news event right here, Dow bounces 200 points ahead of the Fed decision as stocks try to shake the September slump. So, obviously right here, CNBC is indicating that that the Dow is bouncing up. So what I expect the price to do is to come down, right? If it comes down like how it did right here, this obviously indicates that price is being manipulated, which obviously is, right? Just looking at this here, because if you guys have been following me for the past couple of weeks, basically whenever CNBC says something positive about the Dow, price goes down. When they say something negative, price goes up. So looking at this right here, we're probably going to see it drop slightly a little more, and then it might swing up. You can see it rejected right here off the Asia high, and then it just shot back up right here. If it closes below this point, then we could probably see it drop even more, but really no guarantees, because a lot of people are still sitting out of the market. Obviously CNBC even said so right here. It just bounces ahead of the Fed decision. Fed decision's coming at 11 today. That's what we're waiting for. Let's see if there's anything else right here. Yeah, so the Fed will conclude its two-day meeting on Wednesday and release a policy statement with economic and interest rate forecasts at 2 p.m. Eastern, so about 11 o'clock. And basically, Chairman Jerome Powell is going to be holding the press conference. And you guys know what happens when Powell speaks. He usually pumps the market. So I think we're probably going to see it bullish for a bit, and bearish for a bit. And then around when the news happens at 11 over here, it'll probably shoot back up. So what I see happening here is I see a lot of back and forth movement. So let me just close this because we're not taking the buy anymore. I see a lot of back and forth movement. So shoot down, shoot up, pretty much just a big range and possibly a drop. So probably a range, drop, range, just a back and forth range. And then once Powell speaks around 11, it's going to shoot to the upside, because he generally says things that are positive for the economic forecast. So this is probably like the weird movement you guys will see for the entire day. They'll probably go down, sideways, back up, down, sideways. And then when Powell and the Fed start to speak later at 11, it's probably going to shoot right back up. We've been anticipating this event since Monday. So we'll see what happens here. I do have my alerts turned on. The only problem is I don't really want to trade against the fundamentals. So I'll follow it here, but I'm going to be really conservative with what I decide to take. Just looking at this over here, let's refresh this. The futures data is up 179 points. Looking over at the daily average, it's up about 170 points. Looking at the actual stock index, the Dow 30 stock index is currently, it's still majority green. So majority of the stocks here are green, a couple red stocks here, but they're not very strong. Merck & Co is only down 0.2, Home Depot is down 0.06, Walmart's down 0.25, Johnson & Johnson are down 1.5, Salesforce down 0.8, Amgen down 1.05, and United Health down 4.33. Merck and Co is starting to turn green right here. So, I mean, we'll see what happens if, I mean, our main key of price right here is going to be this Asia high. So if price closes below it, it might drop a little more. But if it keeps bouncing off this might just keep coming down, bouncing off it, going back up, bouncing off it before it swings back up. It's going to have to swing back up eventually. It might even swing back up right here. And the reason for that is because the fundamentals are completely green for the most part. If these start to shift to the red, so if this turns red, you know, if half of these turn red, then we can probably shift our analysis from a buy to a sell. But currently right now, the stock index is still pretty green. You know, usually if it's above 100 points, we continue to look for buys. If it's below 100 points and you know, 100 points in the red, then we start looking for sells. But right now it's still pretty green for the most part. All right, so price actually broke the Asia high right here. So let's see what happens if price continues to drop lower or if it swings right back up. So yeah, this thing is definitely starting to melt pretty heavily right now. Let's see this right here. Look at the swings. So swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. High, swing low. I don't think this is low yet. So we'll see. I do have my alerts turned on, so I'll put the requirements here for the strategies that we're applying. So the 1 minute right there. But like I mentioned from the beginning of the session, I'm probably not going to trade. If I see something that looks good and it's not risky, I'll take it and I'll tell you guys. But for the most part today, I don't think I'm going to really trade much. I'm already in profit, like well over 2,000 for the day, trading last night. And I don't really want to risk it if I don't need to, right? So we do have the snipe right here. I'm not going to take the daily entry. This technically would be the daily entry right here. Or no, never mind, take that back. This is 630. So this wouldn't be the daily entry, but this would technically, and we'll see if price comes and rejects off this pivot right here, then it could technically be a snipe entry, but I don't think I'll be taking it. I'll be following it though. All right, so price broke below, came back up for a retest of the Asia high, and we'll see if it continues to drop or if it swings right back up. Mad U is asking, would that typically be a valid signal for the daily trade on the 10-minute? For the 10-minute over here, this wouldn't be. And the reason for that is because we need to take the signal after the opening candle. So here's the daily strategy requirements. The first requirement is to look for entry after New York Stock Exchange open, which is 6:30 a.m. So this candle right here is a 6:30 a.m. candle. This one wouldn't count. You have to catch the one after it. So this would not be a valid entry for the daily. It'd have to be the one following it. So anything after this candle right here could be it. You know, if we get a buy signal, that would be it. But this technically wouldn't be the entry for the daily. Let's see. Yeah, Trexon over here said FOMC today. I don't think it's going to move. I agree. Same with me too. I don't think it's really going to move very much. I think price is just going to keep. It's going to drop and it's going to go sideways. And then, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to drop, go sideways, drop more, go sideways, range back to the upside, probably drop a little more. And then maybe around 11, it'll swing to the upside once the FOMC news comes out. Because at 7:30, we have crude oil inventories. I don't think it's going to affect it too much, but these for sure. So the economic projections, FOMC statement, federal funds rate, these are definitely going to push price. And then at 11:30, Jerome Powell is going to speak. So you're probably going to see a big bullish move from there. Maybe. It just depends on, where the bias is sitting or where the sentiment's sitting. Yeah, this thing is definitely starting to melt. So I'm trying to catch the swings here. Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. It's kind of hard to identify. I'm trying to look at like where price is swinging in case I want to apply the, the scalp strategy I went over with you guys yesterday. But it looks like price is going back into a range. So it had its bearish move right here. Now it looks like it's probably going to consolidate for a bit. And this is where you definitely don't want to trade. You don't want to trade when price is consolidating, because a price can do one of two things. It can swing back to the upside, or it can keep dropping further. So you don't want to end up on the opposite side when price starts to swing in that direction. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go and mark up the, I'm going to mark up where the candle opened, or where the market opened. So 630 was right over here. All right. So this line right here indicates where price opened today. So right here, generally, this is what's probably going to happen. It's 644 right now. At this point right here, price is going to do one of two things. Price is either going to shoot right back up to where price opened. So this is what might happen here. Price will come back to this point. Once it gets to this point, this is going to be the key area right here to look out for, because if price ends up reaching this area, it's going to do one of two things. It'll either shoot to the upside right here, or it'll reject off it and come right back down. My guess is that it's going to swing back up. So you guys can see right here, this is exactly what we were anticipating, right? I mentioned that the fundamentals were completely green and that price was going to swing back up. So you shouldn't take the sell. A lot of people got suckered into the sell right here, and look what happened. Price is swinging all the way back up. So if you got suckered into the sell right here, you would have been in some massive drawdown of about almost 600 pips right now. So yeah, definitely 600 pips, getting closer to the 700 pip mark. And it's doing exactly what we anticipated, right? This is what we were anticipating. We saw the fundamentals were completely green. I knew that this was a manipulated move to the downside. And I said eventually it was going to swing back up, right? And that's exactly what's happening here. So it's swinging back up. Main key to look out for is going to be this price point, because this price point is where market opened today. So since this is where the market opened, price is going to come back up, and it'll either correct back to where it was before market open, where it's supposed to go, or it's going to come right back down. So this is what we would be looking for. Reed said bias was short but long. The bias was actually long, Reed. That's why we were looking for this buy here. You know, this entire morning I was showing you guys the stock index over here, and it was completely green, right? So this was all green right here, but price was actually being manipulated to the downside. So the bias was actually bullish. Price was being manipulated to the downside, and I mentioned that it was going to swing back up. So this is actually what we were looking for. I was looking for this to happen. So if price breaks above here, I'm going to look for it to swing up, retrace back down, and then I'm going to catch it as it swings right back up, because this is what might happen. It'll swing up, come back down for a retest, and then shoot right back up. There you go. And it shoots right past the opening price for a correction, because this is where price was supposed to be. And you can see right here that it's rejected directly off that line that I drew, right? I just drew this a few minutes ago. And I was telling you how this was a, you know, a critical price point, and you guys can see exactly how it's being, right? It rejected directly off that price point. So let's see what happens here. All right, we'll just wait for this here. You guys can see it's crazy how accurate it is, right? It literally bounced directly off the opening price, like literally off it. It came up, rejected off it, and now it's coming right on. All right, let's see. Yeah, exactly right, Riga. So a lot of people fell for this trap here. The trap where it dropped. I kept warning you guys not to take the sell. Hopefully you guys didn't hop into any sells here, because this is exactly what we were anticipating. And here you go, as price projects off the opening price right here. So you can see here I marked it up. See, I said price was going to come up and it was going to do one of two things. It was either going to break it above, or it's going to come right back down. And look what happened. It came right back down. See, Romano said pending buy on the 3-minute. Yeah, it was a pending buy right there, but it rejected off that price point. So we'll see what happens when this candle closes. This candle still, it just opened, or no, actually it just closed. So we have another candle right here opening right after it. So what happens here? Looking over at the index over here, index is currently up 184 points. Looking over here at the futures data is up 158 points. Looking at retail sentiment is currently 60% long. So looks like a lot of these people got stopped out, because you can see it was 61% earlier. When price dumped right here, looks like it might have stopped some of those people out who are long. It dropped nearly 1,000 pips right here. Huge drop on that end. Here we go. As price swings up, another pending buy here on the 3-minute. See. Even if this closes right here, I'm not sure if I would necessarily take it. Let's see. Actually, maybe I would. We'll see. We'll see how it closes here. The only reason I'm kind of finding it a little risky is because price right here is failing to close above the opening price. See if it closes. So if it does close above and we get a valid entry here, I'm probably not going to enter right away. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to wait for it to maybe get halfway. I'm just going to cash half the move to the full TP. Because I still find it risky. I find it risky that it hasn't closed above here. If it closes above here, I'll have a better, I'll feel better about the trade. But I mean, currently right now, I don't feel as good about the trade because what could happen is price will come up and it'll just reject off it again. Charlie said, all right, bro, this market is weird. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah, today's going to be weird the entire day, Charlie. So it's good that you locked in your profits already. Yeah, Charlie this morning locked in. You can see Charlie said last night was good. He locked in a total of 4,746. So you're pretty much good for the day, Charlie. You can probably just call it a day and then come back tomorrow when it started to smooth out. So here we go with this price right here. The 3 minutes pending right now. If this closes, I'm not going to take it right away. I'm trying to hold on to it. And then maybe if price reaches like the halfway mark right here, I'll just enter it late and I'll just finish the move. Because I'm looking for price to close above this price point right here. If it doesn't close above it, then it's probably going to swing back down. All right, so price actually closed above it right there, but I'm not going to take the trade yet. I'm going to wait for price to get a little higher, maybe to the halfway mark over here. And then I'll probably enter it late and I'll just catch the rest of the move. All right. So I'm only going to hold on to this temporarily. Let it swing up a little bit and then we'll see where it goes from there. All right, in profit. I'm going to move my stop loss in profit shortly. There goes, it pushes up. Oh, fuck, my stop loss moved it too close. Price was different right here because the pricing is off by like 10 pips or so. So I got out in profit. Right? If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free, but I'm already out of position. So if you guys want to pull out in profit, feel free to pull out. But I'm already out of this position. So I hate how that, I wish the price was like the same, but yeah, I would recommend moving your stop loss in profit right now. If you guys if you guys are in the position, are you guys thinking about, maybe closing out of it? I'll just keep an alert here. 3-minute full TP. So I'm recommending that you guys do move your stop loss in profit. Today's a very risky day to trade, so it's not a day to really take some unnecessary risk. I already got pulled out over here because what happened was I moved my stop loss in profit, and then I put my TP in there actually. I put my TP in here, and then it was too close to the the price here. So let me see how far was this. Yeah, it's only like 30 pips away. I think the price difference is probably like 20 pips. So let me just calculate this real quick. 34138 minus 34147. Yeah, so it was off by about like 10 pips or so. So I set a TP there, but it was too close and it triggered it because the pricing difference between FTMO and TradingView. So if you guys want to close out of it, feel free. I do recommend you move your stop loss in profit. I'm going to take a screenshot of my profits real quick and I'll show you guys what I made off that trade and what I've made total so far for the day. So I'm up about 2,000 per account. So I'm up 4,000 total. Nice. All right. Looks good to me. So let me give you guys update on my profits right here. Wait, what the fuck? That's weird. Oh no, good job because I said TP. Yeah, I'm like, because my profits are the same on both accounts. That's weird. I swear I had like different. Let me just check my screenshot real quick. Oh, that's crazy. It balanced itself out. I'll send you guys my profits and I'll show you what I mean. Because what happened was my copier copied my trade a little too late on the other account. So it balanced it. There we go, full TP. So if you held on to it full TP, if you close out in profit, good for you. You know, full TP either way. And here are your horns, Steven. Let's go. So full TP off that right there. Let me just give you guys a little screenshot for this right here. Yeah, this market is trippy today. But I'm glad a lot of you guys still locked in some nice profit off that. So I'll send you guys my profits as well right now. And I'm going to show you guys what I was tripped out about right now. Let's see. Nice. So Paul said I got stopped out in profit, so I re-entered to get the rest of the move, and he'll send his profits. Great work, Paul. I would have done the same thing because it was so bullish right there. You know, we were waiting for this to swing back up. This is what's key, guys. What's key is that you guys are very patient with your trades here, right? Because the thing is, if you entered a sell earlier, you would have been screwed because it came up exactly to where we were anticipating. We knew it was going to be bullish, so we waited for that bullish move, and look what happened. You know, patience pays off. So let me just send you guys my profits as well over here. It's kind of my profits actually balance itself out, and it's kind of weird because if you look at my trades here, so for my second trade right here, I locked in 660, and then for my last trade that we just took for this breakout, not breakout, for the 3-minute, I made 690 right here, right? If you look at my other account right here, I made 360 off that one, and then I made 990 off this. So I was like looking at it because I was like, I'm sure I made the same profit. Right here was exactly the same, 2,043.70, and then for my second account, same thing, 2,043.70. And you guys can see right here, it has a little green line right here because I set a TP for these trades. Over here, this is my copier. It didn't have a TP set, it just manually exited. And that's why it doesn't have the little green line there. So that's why, yeah, and this thing's, but I should just held on to it. Yeah, instead of making six something right there, I could have made like almost 2,000 or 3,000 because this is an extra like almost 500 pips right there. Yeah, so that's, you know, that's the key of being patient, guys. If you guys wait for where price is supposed to go, price was supposed to be bullish today, but you saw price being manipulated to the downside, right? We didn't fall for that trap because we looked at the fundamentals. A lot of people don't look at fundamentals. They go directly off technicals, and they would have gone screwed if you chase this drop to the downside because price was obviously going to go up. But yeah, that's a huge spike right there. So let me check real quick. Okay, so let me just give a little update right here. Great profits so far the day. Not bad for FOMC. Let's see. All right, so my profits are looking good right now. I mean, if I needed to stop trading for the day, I could stop because it's doing pretty good so far. Nice. So Kenny also locked in some profit. He made $21.58. Great work, Kenny. Main key is consistency here, guys. Right? If you guys can continue locking profits, that's the main key here. That's what you want to focus on. I'll look at everyone else's profits here. If you guys want to post up your profits, go ahead and send them over, and then we can add them to our list of profits for the day. So we got all this right here. Looking over here, let me scroll up real quick. Nelly over here locked in a total of 1,911. Great work, bro. Some nice profits there. Let me scroll down over here real quick. Let me scroll up. So we got Cheryl over here. Cheryl locked in a total of, sorry, let's scroll up a little bit. Cheryl locked in a total of 636. Great work, Cheryl. She said, pretty whacked out this morning. I'm dizzy. Yeah, probably good for you to maybe just call it a day as well. Rick over here said he thinks he's done for the day. So Rick locked in a total of 3,306. See, Rick, this is key. The key is for you to be consistent with your profits because you know it's possible. And then if you just continue with your consistency, you can, you know, pass your FTMO pretty easily. Patricia over here as well. Patricia said happy with her profits for today. She locked in a total of 1,800. Great work, Patricia. Scrolling down right here, Paul, you guys can see Paul in the chat. Paul entered the buy for a partial win. He got stopped out in profit. You can see the red line right here because he moved to stop loss in profit when I said to. He hopped right back in and continued and caught the rest of the move here for a total of 1,368 for the day. Great work, Paul. Fidel over here as well. Fidel locked in a total of 571. Great work, Fidel. Amazing profits right there. And C6 said, yeah, I'm definitely going to take a break until after. So we have news coming up at 7. We also have a high impact news at 7:30. So just keep that in mind, guys. News is coming up, so it's going to be a bit risky. Owen over here locked in a total of 377, made about 395 off that one trade we just took right here. Great work, Owen. And other than that, I think that's it for right now. If you guys have any other profits to send over, go ahead and send them over. Otherwise, otherwise we will look for another trade. Hopefully, if we don't see anything soon, then we'll probably just be calling it a day a little early today, because I can't even trade at 7:30 because that news event is going to be restricted. Valentine over here locked in a total of 4,850. Amazing work right there, Valentine. So straight wins right here. Looks like you had an accidental loss right there on accident. Maybe your stop loss was a little too close to break even, but everything else has been pretty good so far. You've locked in some pretty good profit. Patrick over here as well. Patrick locked in a total of 1,330. Great work, Patrick, off his first account. His other account over here, he locked in a total of 6,688. Amazing work right there, Patrick. And you guys are on fire this morning. Glad to see that you guys are locking into profit. Also, existing home sales is being released right now. So we have a news event right now at 7, which is the existing home sales. News was, let's see, it's light news. It's not very impactful, but we do have news coming up at 7:30. So I'm not going to trade. I'll probably look at the market from now for the next 10 minutes or so, but I can't trade this news event right here, because you can't trade unfunded accounts. You can't trade news events that are restricted. So I'm not going to be trading as we get closer to 7:30. So I'll probably be getting off this session in a bit, but I'll answer any questions that you guys have if you guys have any. You guys can see right here, this news doesn't impact the market at all. It's pretty much neutral. Next news event is at 7:30. So in about 30 minutes, we have the crude oil inventories. And around that time, it's going to, I believe it's a restricted event for the FTMO accounts. Riga said WTF. Yeah, Riga, see, so like in the beginning, we anticipated a bullish move, right? It did exactly what we anticipated. So guys, check this out. See my analysis from about 20 minutes ago? It played out perfectly, right? So I said this was going to be an important price area for us to watch. I said if price was to break this area and close above it, we were going to have this shoot to the upside, right? Look what happened here. It did exactly what I anticipated. So, this just goes to show that if you trade something enough, like I trade US 30 every single day. I've been trading this every day for the past 3 years or so. So I know exactly how it moves because we see the same pattern play out every single day. And if you guys have been sitting in on my live sessions every single day, this is key because you guys are starting to understand how US 30 moves, right? It does the same thing. And this is why I mainly focus on this asset. I don't really trade Forex as much anymore because it just doesn't make sense, right? If I could trade US 30, make as much profits I'd make trading Forex for a week, obviously it makes sense for me to stick to US 30. So Riga said it fished me out and now it keeps going, LOL. Yeah, so I mean, this is generally what happens. I don't recommend anyone hop into a buy now because it's probably gonna have to swing back down, right? This is too big of a bullish move right here. It's gonna have to retrace at some point. So I would be careful if you guys are still trading right here. I personally don't really, I wouldn't want to trade anymore from this point because you can see as price is up here, it's probably gonna have to swing back at some point. And then it's going to have to swing down here. And you don't want to be in a buy right here and get caught in this huge drawdown because it's going to have to swing back at some point. It can't just keep pushing up forever. But definitely great work amongst everyone here. Let me see if there's any other profits. Rick said, I just made another $915 right there. So nice work, Rick. Larkin over here locked in a total of 556, all wins, no losses. Great work, Larkin. Fahad over here locked in a total of 1,543, no losses as well. Straight wins on your end. So great work amongst everyone here. Myself also, all wins, no losses. I'm in profit about 4,100 across all my accounts. So we're all doing pretty good so far. No losses at all. RJ over here locked in a total of 5,931. And you guys can see that these are all different people. It's not just one person profiting here. There's like hundreds of people in K2 who are profiting with us daily. So let's see, Narith over here as well. Narith locked in a total of 3,610 straight wins right here. Also took some Amazon buys right here. So amazing profits there too, Narith. And you guys are killing it. Amazing profit so far amongst everyone. You guys are killing it. Let me see. Nelly over here locked in a bit more profit. So he hopped in again, locked in a total of 16,791. That's amazing right there. So you're killing it, bro. These are great profits right here. And this is all from this just morning, right? So you guys can see the timestamps here. These are all from this morning. Rick over here as well. Rick locked in a total of 4,204. And you guys can see these are all different people who were locking profit here at K2. Rick said, I'm at Shawn's level for one day in my life. So this might be a hint, Rick, to take a break, right? You're already up 4,204. You know, if you stay consistent at this level, Rick, like, you know, your possibilities are endless, right? It doesn't matter how many challenges you do. Once you get funded and you do this daily, you cover pretty much all the like everything you paid for when running these challenges. That's really what's key, guys. It's about not giving up, right? A lot of people will take FTMO, they'll fail a couple accounts, or they'll just, you know, fail their own personal accounts and they give up on trading when all they needed was just that one good account that would just continue to win. You know, as long as you can keep the consistency up, Rick, this is your goal right here. I know you told me you wanted to give up on trading too. We just talked about this like last month. You said you're going to give up, and I was like, shouldn't give up yet, Rick. You're almost there, and you finally are consistent. So no, definitely great work by Rick here. If you guys have seen Rick every day, Rick's been consistent. Yesterday, he was pretty heavy today as well. Here, I'm just going to go over here real quick and I'll show you. So like Rick yesterday, he's been consistent almost this entire week and like last week too. So Rick's up 4,000 today. And then I'll just go to Rick from yesterday. So let me scroll. This is September 21st. Rick was up 2,000 yesterday, right? So Rick, your consistency is definitely getting better every single day. And let's go to the 20th over here. I believe Rick had some profits on the 20th. So this entire week, Rick's been pretty on fire. So here's, so the 21st, the 20th over here. I don't know if you were trading with us, Rick, on Monday. Maybe you weren't. Yeah, because I don't see you on here. But yesterday and today, you've been pretty on point. On fire with the trades, yeah, because I don't see your trades here from Monday. So yesterday and today's been good. Looking at this over here, August locked in a total of 654. Amazing work right there, August. So all wins, no losses right here as well. Looks like you're trying to take some FOREX trades in your USD, USDZR. But overall, your profits are great. 654, no losses for the day. Thanks, August. Yeah, so August just let Anna know. You just got to change the settings. Abraham over here locked in. Abraham, what happened to you, bro? Why'd you take the sell? So this is what happens when you guys do the opposite of what we're doing here, right? I've been warning you guys not to take a sell this entire morning. Abraham took the sell and he like lost, but none of us took any sells today. So let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah. So this wasn't our trade right here. This is I guess this is one that you took on your own, Abraham, because I was warning like people not to take any, or unless this was from yesterday, because I was warning you guys not to take the sell, right? Because the price is being manipulated right here, and you waited for the buy. So we all took the buys right here, and we locked in some profit off that. You're trying to figure out like which one did you? Oh, okay, so Abraham said his funding talent server froze on him. So sorry, I just read the messages right here. Yeah, I mean, funding talent's been having issues for the longest time. So this is why I don't really use funding talent at all. But Abraham said funding talent froze on him. He couldn't exit his trade. And that's how he took that big loss right there. But this buy right here was the win that we took just now. So, you know, so this is what Abraham made right here for the buy. But, you know, unfortunately, this happened right here where it kind of burned his account because funding talent froze on him. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Ellis over here said he made 200 on this account. Nice work, Ellis. So Ellis over here is using TradeStation. This is his personal account. He made about 200 on the account. So great work right there, Ellis. You're getting better every day, bro. I know Ellis asking a lot of questions, and I always tell him to just like, you know, practice more and get stuff down. He's doing the work. He's put it in the work, and he's actually getting the stuff down, and he's in profit now. You know, realized profit 199 for the day, and this is his personal account, real money. Not FTMO, and he's making the profit right away. Patrick over here, or Patricia, sorry, I said Patrick. Patricia over here, sorry, I thought she was sent some more profits, but it is, let's see. Yeah, no, everyone's just giving Rick some props for the profits he made today. RG over here is up Yeah, 5,931. Great work, RJ. So I think that's it for the profits right now. Let me see if there's any other entries. And this is the drop that I was just referring to, right? This is why I recommended that you guys don't enter buys just yet, because it's going to have to pull back at some point. No entries available yet. What we're looking for here is a retracement. We need a retracement to the downside, and then we catch it as it swings back up. Here on the 1 minute, here's a retracement that we were looking for. Now we can possibly catch it as it swings back up from here. But we do have news coming up shortly. So this news event that's coming up at 7:30 is restricted for me, so I can't trade during that time. So I'll probably just look at the charts and I'll answer some questions. Otherwise, I think I'll be getting off the live session a little early today because we do have the Fed coming up at 11. I don't recommend anyone trade during this time. So once I get off the live session, I recommend everyone just take a break and just chill out for the day. Because this is going to screw up the market like 100%. It's going to screw up the market. Last thing you want to do is get caught in a trade and then it ends up reversing on you super hard. Like you see some spikes. Like I'll be watching the market, but I'm definitely not going to be trading during that time. So we'll see if we get an entry here right before, say 7:15. If it gets closer to 7:20, I'm not going to take any trades because I can't trade during that news event or I'll lose my FTMO account. And that's something that you guys have to keep in mind too, right? A lot of people don't realize that you can't trade during certain news events. And I believe that news event is restricted. Let me go to FTMO real quick and I'm going to check their economic calendar to confirm whether I can do that. Let's see. Patrick said if issues is Spanish for scamming, then yes, Funding Talent has many issues. Yeah, I know they have a lot of issues. That's why I stopped using them. They didn't even give me my refund. I asked them for a refund and they just never gave it to me. So yeah, looking at FTMO right now, everything from 7:30 and all the Fed events are all restricted. So I'm not going to trade any of those events. Existing home sales is fine, but everything else is straight red over here. Let's see if I can pull this up over here. Yeah, I'm not going to trade. So I'll see if we see anything shortly, but I don't want to hold on to a trade too long because if we get closer to 7:30, I can't exit the trade. So it's going to be too risky. I don't want to enter a trade here and then I have to hold on to it for like 10 minutes or so. And then I end up getting, price reverses and I can't close out. So I'm probably going to be calling it a day soon. So let me just check the chat real quick, see if I'm missing anything else. Let me scroll up. All right. So let me see if there's any questions here. Rick said, Shawn, that's not true as long as it's not specific to US 30. I mean, I'm the one with the funded account here, right? So I'm the one that's at risk. So unless it's your account, Rick, I'm not going to take the risk, right? Like, because it's hard to tell if it's directly affected to US 30 because it doesn't say here. It just says it's restricted. So it says it's restricted to USD, and I'm sure that has an effect to, because it doesn't say exactly. Here, I'll just show you guys right here. Right, whenever there's a restricted event, I just don't trade it. No matter if it's a US event or whatever event, I don't trade it. So looking at this right here, you guys can see that it's all restricted. I'm not going to risk it. Like I'm not going to risk trying to make like $100 to lose my FTMO account, right? I'd rather just not trade during these events here. So what Rick is basically saying is it doesn't directly affect US 30, but I'm not going to risk it and take the trade. And then FTMO emails me like 10 minutes later, hey, Shawn, you traded a restricted event. So we're going to take away your funded account. I'm not going to risk it. There's no point. So it's different if it's your funded account, but if it's mine, I'm not going to take the risk, right? So there's no point in taking the chance there to just make a couple $100, couple $1,000 to trade one event. It's better to just avoid it. So if you guys want to see where these events are, just go to, when you go on Funding Talent, not Funding Talent, why did I say Funding Talent? FTMO, just go right here to where's the thing at? Oh, economic calendar right here under the apps. And at this point right here, this will be what's restricted. I know for sure the Fed statements are going to be restricted. But but I'm not going to be trading any of these events here. So I'm not going to risk it. Also, markets can be moving weird, so there's no point in you trading news events anyways. We avoid news at all, like in general. So there's no point in you guys like gambling. I mean, if you guys want to gamble, go ahead, but don't like, feel mad when you guys blow your account trading during news events anyways. For the most part, I just don't think it's worth the risk. Right, said Rick and Morty. See anything else over here? Yeah, so Jay said that a support says US 30 is not affected by any news events, so you can trade it, verify for yourself. So if you guys want to go and verify for yourself, you guys can. I'm not going to risk my account. There's no point. I've been consistent every single day. If you guys want to risk it, I mean, if you guys want to risk your entire account, because volatility is going to be high. Say if you take a big lot size and price goes against you for like a few seconds, you can blow your account within a few seconds. And that's really up to you, right? If you guys want to risk it to make a couple more profits during a news event, that's really on you. For me, I'm smart about my trading. I trade with skill. I don't trade with luck. So I'm not trying to take a trade and hope that news is going to push it in that direction. I'd rather just sit out. So it's up to you guys if you guys want to take it. Jay confirmed that he spoke to support, but if you guys want to take it, that's going to be at your own risk. I'm advising you guys not to trade. So if you guys trade during this time and then later on you say that you blew your account, I'm just going to have to say I told you so, right? Because I'm trying to advise you guys as much as possible. Like, it doesn't matter how much I advise you guys. There's some people in the group that will still trade, even though I say not to trade. But it's really up to you guys. It's your account. It's not my account. If you guys do take a trade, you guys will understand the risk that comes with trading during a news event. It's 6:15 right now. It's getting too close to the crude oil inventories. Some people don't think that the crude oil inventories affects the market, but I think it does, because this deals with the economy, right? Oil is a big impact on the economy. It's also a immediate impact news here on Forex Factory. So I'm not going to trade it. We have the 1 minute scalp right here. I'm not going to take it, but I'll mark it up for you guys right here for whoever does decide to take it or doesn't, right? We'll just have this marked up right here. And if it does hit, I'll give you guys a little update. I'm not going to take it though. I'll just watch it with you guys. But I think for the most part, I'm done for the day. So here's a 1 minute full TP. All right, cool. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done for the day. I'm not going to risk it. My products for today are pretty nice. So let's see across both of my accounts right here, I locked in 2,043. So 2,043, 70 cents times 2, locked in a total of 4,087.40 cents this morning. Looks like it's about to hit TP. So whoever caught it, nice profit off that. I'll give you guys the update if it does hit. Probably will hit. It's almost there. Yeah, Dean said restricted or not, it's still risky. Exactly. I agree with Dean 100%. But if you guys want to take risky trades, it's up to you guys. For me, I'm very conservative. I'm fine with making consistent profits daily. I'm not trying to risk it to make a little more just by trading a news event that could easily spike price, one way or the other. And I'm just curious to see where price moves from that news event. But for the most part, let's see if there's anything else here. Paul said, I missed the scalp. Too busy relaxing and being happy with my profit for the day. Yeah, no, that's key right there, right? You guys don't want to be stressed out. As we get closer to the news event, if you guys are in any trades, you're probably going to be stressed out because you're not sure what price is going to spike, whether it's going to spike in your direction or spike against you. And there's no reason for you guys to stress yourself out about that, right? You might as well just enjoy your profits and come back when the market is moving about a bit smoother. All right, so I think that's it for the day. Let me see if there's anything else right here. Let me see what the question is right here. Journeyman said, hi, how do you determine the K2 zones, not liquidity zones, but the other ones? You use the indicator, Journeyman. So I think Journeyman's confused with the, I'm just gonna mark this up right here as well for the daily entry. It's technically the daily entry right here, but obviously I'm not gonna take it because we have heavy news coming up soon. So Journeyman's asking about the other zones, not liquidity zones, but the zones that we draw. So in order to get those zones right there, Journeyman, we use the K2sr indicator right here. So see how we have the zones right here? These are the K2sr zones. So in order to get these zones right here, we turn the indicator on and then we draw our zones over them. And this is all optional. You don't have to draw them over. I just do it because it cleans up the chart. The chart looks kind of messy with all these lines here. So I draw my zones right there. And then what happens is I'll turn this off. And then we have the zones right there, right? You see perfect rejections off each zone. Comes up, rejection, comes down, fake out, comes right back up, retest, and then arrange within this area. So in order to get these zones right here, you just need to turn on the K2sr version 2 indicator. But yeah, other than that, let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it for today. So my recommendation, guys, is that you guys don't trade from now until maybe after lunch, because the Fed is, well, even after lunch, you probably don't want to trade because Powell's going to be speaking right after the news events. So at 11, well, right now at 7:30, we have crude oil inventories. This is probably going to affect the market. The forecast here is going to be quite a bit of a change. It was previously negative 6.4, which was good for the economy. Now it's negative 3.5. So this is probably going to be not good news, right? Because, or actually, it might still be good news. I mean, it depends on like where they're anticipating the the reserves to be. So I'm not sure where the news is going to happen for this. It looks like it's probably going to be negative, but I mean, we'll see what happens. But the Fed is going to speak at 11. At 11:30, Jerome Powell is going to speak. So this is going to be where you definitely don't want to trade at 11:30. I mean, you can probably trade here and get away with some stuff, but the press conference is going to be, actually, no, I take that back. The federal funds rate is going to be coming out at 11 too. So this entire time is going to be very risky. From now up until maybe 12 or 1, it's going to be risky. And at that point, there's no point in trading because the market closes at 1:30. So there's like no reason to even trade from now until then, unless you guys want to take a risk. If you guys do decide to trade, what I do recommend is that you guys use a smaller lot size and that you guys, the 1 minute hit full TP. So whoever caught the 1 minute right here, great work, full TP. I probably could have entered late right there, but I didn't, which, I mean, it's okay. I wasn't anticipating on entering that trade anyways, because we're so close to the news event right now at 7:30. Nice, looks like Rav caught it right there. Paul said, I got into the scalp when it came down to entry, made 300. I'm definitely done for the day. See y'all tomorrow. So definitely, Paul, see you tomorrow. Glad to see that you locked in some pretty nice profit off that. I'll just give you guys a little update off this 1 minute here for whoever, caught this, because it looks like a lot of you guys did. Nice. Let me see Roman's profits over here as well. So Roman's profits over here as well. Let's see what he did. And Roman's traveling right now, so hopefully you're having some safe travels right now, Roman. Yeah, Roman's on the road right now, on a road trip. Looks like he locked in a total of 1,430 this morning. All wins, no losses. He traded Euro odd, Euro JPY, and US 30 right here. So great work right there, Roman, across all your accounts or across all your assets right here, straight wins. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. And hopefully you're having a great trip. So Roman right now is traveling all throughout Canada, I believe. That's crazy. So Roman's probably just he's probably at like a little truck stop right now trading in the morning before he continues on with his trip. So let me scroll down real quick. Scrolling down over here, Paul locked in a total of 2,478. So definitely great work right there, Paul. Here's an update on his profits. Great profits right there. It looks like he had a little small loss, not small loss, but accidental loss right here, it looks like. But the rest are straight wins. So definitely great recovery right there, Paul. If you didn't have that loss there, you'd be up well over 3,000, but it's all good. Profit's profit for you. And Ellie over here as well. And Ellie said, done for the day. Thanks for the mentoring session last night. Really helped. So Ellie over here locked in a total of 2,704. Great profit so far, bro. Other than that, if you guys have more profits to send over, just send them over. And then I will look over. So Salarm said, Biden effed up my trading psychology. Profits to you tomorrow. So Salarm over here locked in a total of 145. Accidental loss right here. Again, I'm assuming you took a trade during, I don't know, whatever news happened. And well, yeah, you took the sell here and we took buy. So it looks like you ended up on the wrong side right there. but you're still in profit for the day. So that's all that matters, Lauren. Other than that, I don't see anything else here. So I think we're done right here. So let's see. My cousin Jose over here locked in a total of 979 right here. Looks like you took a sell right there as well. I'm not sure which sell you guys took, but it looks like a lot of you guys tried to hop into a sell and you guys ended up losing off that trade. I mean, it is what it is, but definitely great having some profit right here, Jose. It looks like you could have been like well over 1,000, but you're still close to that point. So it's still great work right there. Jordy over here, Jordy locked in a total of 334. Nice work, Jordy. So Jordy said, messed up at the beginning, but happy for my first day. So Jordy right here just joined K2 yesterday. This is his first day trading with us, and he locked in a total of 334. If you avoided that loss right there, you probably would have been up, well over 700 or 800, but it's all good. Profit's profit. Tori over here as well. Tori locked in a total of 677. No losses this morning, straight wins. So great work right there, Tori. Yeah, Tori said being extra careful due to her loss yesterday. She actually had her MT4 froze on her, so she actually had a loss yesterday, which set her back, but definitely great profits here. No losses, straight wins. Maddie over here as well. Maddie's up 1,140 cents. Great work, Maddie. All right, other than that, guys, I think that's it for the session. I don't have any other questions here. So I think we're all done. Vedant's asking what's a TP. It's already done, Vedat. So I wouldn't recommend you enter this trade again because we're already out of this. All right. Yeah, nice. So Rav said he caught it as well. He used only one lot. So he probably made about, I'd say a couple $100 off that, right, Rav? All right, guys. So I think that's it for this session. If you guys decide to trade during the news event's coming up right now at 7:30 at 7:25 right now. You're probably going to see some volatility pick up after that news event happens, or it might have a late reaction. So if you guys decide to keep trading, I recommend use a smaller lot size, like a very small lot size, because when volatility picks up closer to the Fed meeting later today, you're going to see volatility pick up quite heavily. Last thing you want to do is enter a trade and it gets close to your daily max loss, which could have been easily avoided. So yeah, have a great rest of the morning, guys. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I have a ton of emails. So if you guys did email me, I have about, let me check. Geez, I got 168 emails to get through today. So if you guys did email me, it might take at least 24 hours for me to get back to you because I have a ton of emails to get through. Also on Telegram, if you guys message me, it might take a while for me to get back to you, but I will get back to you eventually. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys back here for tomorrow's session as we power through the rest of the trading week as we get closer to the end. So other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next live session. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out.